shine so bright, beaming in the night. Lay down your worries, you are not behind. I know how it feels to wonder why you're not where you want to be in life.
Hello Cancers, welcome to PalominoIntuitive. Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Star and I'm an intuitive reader. On today we're going to be looking into some January predictions for the Cancers, okay? So this reading can apply if you have a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, all right? And once you get done watching this, go watch your other two big three signs, okay? If I've already posted them. But if not, just go ahead and subscribe and then come back because I will be posting all 12 signs over the next few days, okay? So this first card here is going to be predictions for your love life, and I will make it apply to singles and people that are in a relationship. For group two, or not group two, for the second card, I'm so used to doing pick a card readings. The second card is going to be representing your career, and then this last card is going to be representing overall advice, okay? So before we go ahead and get started, just go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. At the time that I'm recording this, I have 29 subscribers. We're trying to hit 30, okay? So go ahead and join the community you want to join, okay? And then also, once you get done with this reading, leave me a comment down below letting me know how it resonated with you. And without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, okay? So for you guys' love life, you have the Sun in reverse. Okay, so with this group, so for the singles here, I feel like you guys are tired of putting yourselves out there. I feel like for a lot of you that are single, you might have been recently, like, I'm picking up on like dating apps, so like Bumble, Tinder, I don't know the rest, but I feel like you guys have been on some dating apps, or you probably have been going to like bars and clubs, parties. I feel like you probably have also been meeting people. Like, I feel like you have been meeting people and you have been attracting people throughout your efforts, but I think you've just been attracting the wrong type of people, or just the people, not the people that you want, not the person that you want. You probably have been putting yourself out there for the past few weeks or months and not really found anyone that you have felt like you had a real connection with or real chemistry with. In January of 2022, I feel like you guys are going to be taking a step back from putting yourselves out there so much. And with this, I see that the right people will be attracted to you. I think that one of the things that I'm picking up on here is that whoever it is that you guys are going to be attracting, I feel like you will have chemistry with this person. But I feel like the reason why you may not have attracted them, and this is not like them blatantly like seeing you and choosing to ignore you, but it's just like an energetic thing, kind of like a law of attraction type of thing. I feel like the reason that you were not attracting this person in the past when you were putting yourself out there is because this person is probably low-key, and if you're a female, this person also probably doesn't really, they are not attracted to people that do too much, or people that are kind of desperate for love, or people that when I say do too much, I mean, like, this is not me saying that you guys were doing too much or me trying to call you desperate, but it's like this person, if they had come across you on like a dating app or something, they would have felt like that was desperate. They would have felt like, oh, I don't want to talk to somebody who's on a dating app because they're probably talking to all these other people, or, they're probably just trying to have fun. They're probably not looking for anything serious. And they might even go, that's just kind of desperate. You know what I'm saying? Or if you were, this could also be someone who is kind of possessive, not in like I don't get in like a controlling way or like a abusive way, but they're kind of possessive in the sense that if they knew that like you were going on dates with a lot of people, they would not have been interested in you. Like, this is someone who, like I said, they're pretty low key, they're chill, they're laid back, and they like for things to, one, like I said, if you're a female and you like men, or even if you like studs, this person has masculine energy and they want to be the one to pursue. They don't want someone who is just like too easily like putting themselves out there or throwing themselves at them. And not saying that you guys throw yourself at people, but let's say that you go to the bar and there's like a cute guy sitting next to you and you spark up a conversation with him. the person that you're going to attract, this would, not to say that they wouldn't speak to you, but like they would no longer, because of the fact that you spoke to them first and they never had the opportunity to pursue you, they would have never really seen you as a true romantic option. Does that make sense? This person likes to be the pursuer or the hunter themselves, and they also like things that seem, I feel like this person is spiritual, and they like things that seem like synchronicities. They like things that seem like they were meant to happen. So, you know, they would never go on a dating app because they feel like, if I'm actively searching for a partner, and I swipe right on somebody and they swipe back, then that doesn't necessarily mean that it was meant to happen. That just means that we both were swiping. You know what I'm saying? Versus if they see you at a party and you're minding your business and you're not trying to be seen, you're just there, that is going to draw this person to you, and that's going to make them see you and be like, oh, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when they're going to start doing the thing of trying to talk to you and trying to pursue you, and it'll feel more natural to them than, you know, you trying to talk to them first, or you just kind of doing too much and trying to bring a lot of attention to yourself. That's what I kind of mean here. So again, this is not me trying to say that you were doing too much or that you were being desperate, but it's just that the energy that you were having before, this person was not attracted to that. So that's why you guys didn't meet and that's why you guys did not meet until you decided to take a step back. Okay. And I also feel like, okay, now that I say I'm not calling you desperate, I kind of feel like you guys did have a bit of desperate energy, in the sense that, like, you know, when it comes to, not that you were just so desperate to just have a lover by tomorrow, but it's like, you know, when learning about law of attraction, it's always taught that you have to let go of your desire in order for it to come to you. If you're constantly looking for it or constantly thinking about it or constantly wondering why you don't have it, then you're pushing it away, you know? So it's like you guys kind of had the mentality that you didn't have love because you were doing something wrong or because you weren't putting yourself out there. And maybe at one point you weren't putting yourself out there, but you kind of went overboard to where you weren't allowing things to just come to you. Like I said, you guys are trying to put yourself out there. You were trying to have too much control over the situation. And so again, for those of you that are single, I see you taking a step back. And with the sun still being here, like I said, you're going to still attract people. You're still going to attract attention, but it's just the kind of attention where you're not going to be trying. This is kind of giving me like the difference between, even though this is like a Cancer reading, this gives me like Leo rising energy, because the difference between a Leo sun and Leo rising is that a Leo sun, especially like Leo rising / Leo moon, but a Leo sun is someone who enjoys trying to get attention. And of course they get it because, you know, they probably are beautiful or they are talented or whatever the case may be, but a Leo sun is more likely to try to get attention. They don't feel right when they're not getting attention. So even if they're not getting attention, they're going to do something to try to get it. Whereas a Leo rising and a Leo moon, those are more the types of people that attract attention without trying. Like, they may not even like attention, but people just happen to look at them. People want to talk to them. People want to get to know them. People want to know their name, you know, like that kind of energy. That's what I feel like you guys are going to be tapping into, where it's like, you're going to like the attention and you're still going to attract attention, but you're just not going to be trying so hard to get it. Okay. For others of you that are in relationships, I feel like with this sun card in reverse, for some, I'm getting a couple different messages. For some of you, I feel like if you have kids, you're going to have an opportunity to spend time with your partner without the kids there. So this could be like just even one date, or even like a mini vacation or a staycation, or maybe your parents or, you know, siblings or someone will be able to watch the kids for a day or two. And I see you being able to bond with your partner a lot in this time. For others of you, I feel like in January, your relationship might I feel like it might take a back seat. And when I say a back seat, I don't mean that the relationship is like dying or anything like that, or there's anything wrong in the relationship. But I feel like you guys might have a lot of financial goals and things like that. So you may not be spending a whole lot of time with your partner just because you might be working and they might also be working. And you guys, I feel like there's a lot of big projects and things that you guys want to accomplish in January. So you guys are both going to be kind of putting your goals before the relationship. And when I say before the relationship, I don't mean to the extent where, like I said, the relationship fails because you just don't see each other at all. But I just mean like You guys will probably be taking less dates with each other or spending less time on the phone, spending less time just wasting time and chilling. You guys are both going to be working on things, okay? Especially for those of you where you or your partner is like a type of creative, like a musician, an artist, a photographer, really anyone with like a small business. I really see you guys putting a lot of focus and attention onto that and less onto spending time with your partner. Again, it's not going to be to the point where you guys break up or that it causes an issue in the relationship, but it's just going to be different than how it might have been in the past, okay? So let's move on to your career. So for career, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, take this entire message how it resonates, because it is a general reading. I'm getting two different messages here with this Eight of Cups in reverse. I feel like there's a group of you, there's some of you that you wanted to walk away from something, you wanted to walk away from a job or from a business or like an idea, but you're realizing that you actually need to stay longer, okay? So for example, this may be like, you know, you're tired of working at your job and you're like, oh, I want to fucking quit. Like, I'm gonna just go get a new job, or I'm gonna just go start this new thing. And you might be realizing now, after spending more time thinking about it, or just in January in general, you might spend more time thinking about it and realize that, you know what, I don't necessarily love this job, but this job is working for me right now. This job gives me certain opportunities. This job pays my bills, you know, like, I don't necessarily like it here. This isn't what I want to do my entire life, but I can accept that this is what I'll be doing for the next few months at least. Like, you guys are kind of accepting that you need to be patient with yourself and your journey. And even though you do want to start a business or want to be a creative, like, you understand that you have to start somewhere, and you're realizing that you don't want to just throw away your stability or your livelihood right now trying to be reckless or trying to rush to your destination, you know, or rush to your goals, okay? For others of you, I feel like it's kind of the opposite, where you are able to walk away from something, but you're just refusing to because you are trying too hard to hold on to your sense of stability. There's some of you where it's like your business or your creative thing that you want to pursue, you really haven't started it enough. Like, you're not really making any money from it yet. So your job is what's keeping you afloat, and you're realizing that even though you don't like the job, you need the job at this moment, and you're kind of becoming okay with that. There's others of you where you already are making money from multiple sources of income, and you might still have one particular source of income that's probably a job that you don't like and that's taking up too much of your time or taking up too much of your energy, and you're realizing, like, you know what, you didn't want to walk away from it because you probably had a time plan. I feel like you guys have a time plan, like, oh, I'm gonna stay there for this many years, or I'm gonna stay here for that many months. Or you just are one of those people who is afraid of not having enough money. And so you are staying here when for you it's actually best for you to leave, because once you leave, you'll be able to free up a lot of time to put into your business or other streams of income where you could end up multiplying your income, okay? So take it how it resonates. For some of you, you're realizing, like, okay, you know what, I need to accept that, you know, I just need to put my head down and keep working here, and then keep working on my business and my creativity on the side. And then probably by the end of the year, I will be able to actually quit this job. For others of you, you already have been doing that. You already have been putting that work in. And so now you're kind of at the point where you have to accept that, you know what, it is safe for me to leave. I can leave this job now. I put the work in, and now it's finally time for me to move on, okay? Give me 1 second, because I picked up on one other message, but I kind of forgot what it was. Okay, maybe I didn't. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. But moving on to your overall advice for the month of January, we have the Four of Wands. So overall, this is beautiful. I love this card. With the Four of Wands for your overall advice, I think it's important for you guys to not be so rigid when it comes to your idea of stability, and to not rush things, and to also not, like, you have to find a balance with time. Find a balance with not rushing things, but also not holding on to things that are ready to be let go of. I feel like, especially for those of you who are, who were like kind of chasing love at one point, or like putting yourselves out there kind of too much, be okay with accepting that it's going to take time to find your person. It's going to take time for you to attract the person that's meant for you, and that's okay, and that you will find love in divine timing. For those of you where you're in a relationship and you're probably going to be spending this next month not seeing your partner too much because you guys are focused, accept that this is only temporary, and, like, you know, once you guys have achieved your goals, you will have more free time for each other. For those of you where it's a job, you know, accept the fact that you're going to be there longer and that there's nothing wrong with that, or accept the fact that it's okay for you to leave and it's okay for you to start something new. Overall, with this Four of Wands, I feel like you guys, there's definitely like a change in your like day-to-day lifestyle that's been kind of different from the past few months, or just like your perception of how your life has been for the past few months is going to change, and it's going to give you more hope and just more belief in the future. The difference to me between the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, even though they both talk about stability, is that the Four of Pentacles is like a harsh energy. It's like kind of a scared energy, where the person is just holding on for dear life because they're afraid to lose what they have. Whereas the Four of Wands is a stability that is more based on faith, and it's based on belief and not necessarily what you have. So, you know, you guys are going to really believe in yourselves more. I feel like your level of faith is going to deepen. Your spiritual journey is definitely going to progress, and you're going to just be seeing things from a much more positive perspective. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into your oracle cards. So the first card that you guys have is uplift your thoughts. Focus your attention on the many blessings that surround you. By doing so, you'll let go of depression, poor self-esteem, and excess weight. So yeah, you guys, I feel like there definitely has been some desperation or some desperate energy where like you guys were just chasing things that you wanted without accepting that they're going to take time to come, and like that you really can't control when they come, and that's okay. You guys, I feel like, are going to be, just like I said, you guys are going to be a lot more hopeful. You're going to be more positive about everything that's happening in your life, and you will develop the sense of acceptance in January. Definitely, I'm feeling acceptance. You guys are going to stop fighting against the grain so much, which is so interesting that this is like a Cancer reading, because Cancer is a water sign. So it's kind of like you guys are kind of naturally good at being flexible and adaptable anyways. I think it's just that your mind kind of gets in the way sometimes. So I see you guys getting out of that, and I see you, like I said, becoming more flexible, becoming more adaptable, and being able to accept things that you may not want to. Okay, so next we have Luna Moth. I feel like with this card, you guys are going through a transformation for sure. Whether it be your love, your goals, your career, your mindset, it's all going through a transformation in January. And it may be kind of dark in the beginning, where, like I said, like it may be dark in the sense that, like, you know, like I said, for those of you who are looking for love, you might just stop putting yourself out there. And so you may just be single for a minute and like without going on dates or anything like that. But when you come out of that, you'll meet the right person. For some of you, it's like, you know, your relationship, you guys aren't going to be spending so much time together, but you'll get really, really far in your goals. For others of you, you'll have to just keep working the job that you don't really want to be at, but it'll feel kind of like, I don't want to be here, but, you know, I'm accepting it. I'm happy about it, you know, whatever. I'm glad I have a job. And, you know, it's like you just kind of have to go through, or even those of you who are going to leave a job, you have to go through that phase of feeling afraid of not knowing what's going to happen. It's like you guys have to go through a dark transformation where, like I said, it's like you just aren't going to know what's going to happen, or you have to just accept things for where they are. But there is a transformation happening. You will come out on the other side a more positive person, a more evolved person, and with more of the things that you're wanting. Okay, this phase that you're in is not happening for nothing. It's setting you up to be exactly where you want to be. So that's where I think you guys are also learning the acceptance. Okay, so let me see the next card that you guys have. Let me pull one more card for you. All right, so we have winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. So yeah, for you guys, it's like you guys are just going to be changing your perspective, okay? Especially for those of you where you're wanting love and it's not there, or you're wanting a new job, but you realize that you have to just stay where you're at for now. You guys are realizing that where you are is already winning. You guys could be too focused on the future sometimes, or too focused on getting out of where you're at. And you guys are realizing that, again, like, you're okay in the present moment. You're okay where you are. You can love yourself where you are. You can love your journey where you are. You can live your life where it is. You know, like, you don't have to constantly compare yourself or feel like you're not going to be happy or you're not going to be satisfied until you get to a certain point in life, okay? So that is what I have for you, Cancers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go and watch your other 2 big 3 signs if they're already uploaded. Give me a big thumbs up and go ahead and comment and subscribe, okay? Definitely subscribe. Join the family. Our family is slowly but surely growing, okay? And with that being said, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.